Hi, Alice. Alice is from Perth, Australia.
Thank you for
Hi, Alice.
inviting.
Yes, yeah.
We are
Um,
safe right now in the Philippines.
Yes, she moved to Perth, so Perth has the same timing with the Philippines. So she can attend she can attend the Philippine time zone trainings. Where is Elise? I
I
thought she
think
will.
they are all coming. Hang on. I'll text them now. Hang on.
Okay, Coachella. The floor is yours.
All right, so 17 people, so let's start. Right, so good evening and good afternoon, everyone. So it's really a privilege to host for today. So it's my first time to be in this part of the Intensity Empire. So thank you so much, Mentor Cla, for the opportunity. No, even just I got back from our travel incentives in Ibiza. So it's really an honor to be here. So today it's kind of special for this event because we have here Mentor Cla organized this one, which is always be the best. I mean, the best. I called him, we had a talk last night. So I said, Mentor, you're the best mentor that I have. And, it really added so much value to my business, life, and everything. So yeah, let's start. So I know everyone is all prepared. So we are 21,000 in the Zoom. So here is I'll let you introduce the speaker for today, and we met him in the convention in France. So and it's really an honor to say thank you to Mentor Clarissa François. So our speaker is a really good-looking gentleman in the room. So 53 years old. So François Karacsony, and then he started his career as a finance and continued his career as a financial analyst. So it means really very good in numbers, because in this business, numbers is the best. We really want to make it really good in numbers. So in order for us to be good in this business. So, and he also managed a 1 billion investment fund, work as a company calculated performance in bank and the clients of over the assets of 100 million euro. Just wow. Yeah. So congratulations for the 24 people here. So we really need to get the ball rolling. So we will be happy to introduce Francois as our speaker today. And I know if Mentor Clarissa will be added to that, but then welcome. And we're so excited to learn from you, though I have still recorded that we met in the hotel. So it's kind of like hijacking you, how you build your business. But even myself, I'm very, 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 very excited to learn more and to get more knowledge about you in this training. So let's welcome François Karacsony.
Hello. Thank you for that, Shella. And welcome to our team, Francois.
Thank you, Clarissa.
I'm so excited for this interview.
Yeah,
Can you hear us well? Okay.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I really want to thank you, Clarissa, Shella, and Cheryl for all the amazing work you have done ahead of this meeting. And always happy to share some hints about our amazing business. So let me tell you a little bit more about me. Yes, I was for 20 years in finance, but finance was getting bored. I was overworked. I was working 80 hours a day. My life was my work was my life. I almost lost my health. in my life because I was overstressed, overweighted, yeah, I had time for nothing. Then I decided to start coaching people professionally, so executives and high-ranking people in corporate. That was great, but the only thing is that I had to do everything by my own. So that was kind of annoying because I relied only upon myself. And that's when network marketing came to me. As I told you, I was with another company before joining USANA. So maybe that's why I'm a little bit more at ease than most people who is handling objections. So why did I start network marketing? Because I think it's one of the only way to really earn freedom, time, and good health. Just to give you an example, I have made a decision to have all my appointments in the afternoon. Mornings are just for myself. So why did I start network marketing? Because I was in the corporate finance. It was great, but I had no way to increase and leverage my income and to be free. So that's the main reason. And why did I start with USANA? First, because the products are amazing. Second, because USANA is a company with very good ethics. And well, the management of USANA is just amazing. I had the chance to be in Salt Lake last year for the 30-year convention. I spoke with many employees. Everyone is happy to work with USANA. All the distributors, the independent distributors I met are happy to live with USANA. The corporate is doing an amazing job in order to support us, to give us flyers, videos, everything, all the support we need. And we also have the privilege to have plenty and many amazing teams around the world.
Well, thank you for sharing your story, Francois. It's amazing to know that you came from a lucrative career in finance as a business analyst, and also as an executive and business coach. And that you really love the time freedom and the ability to earn leverage income in network marketing, particularly in USANA. Now, well, relating to your story about coming from a lucrative career, how do you handle it when someone says they're already happy with their job?
Okay, that used to be true, and it's true for many people, and it's great if you come across someone who is happy with their job. Tell them, congratulations, I'm really happy for you. One thing is that a job is just a job. As we know today, anyone can lose her job at any time. Whatever happy you are, tomorrow, if you have a job, you can be fired on the spot. Depending on the country where you live, it can be pretty much without notice or with a short notice, but you can be fired at any time. So for people who are happy with their job, they tell me, no, but it's okay, I'm fine. I tell them, I'm really happy for you. Have you ever considered having a plan B? What would happen if tomorrow, for whatever reason, you would lose your job? What would you do? So would you prefer to be hunting for a job, or already have a plan B available for you and your family?
Yeah, that's great. So we're happy for them. We congratulate them and open their mind to having a plan B. Yeah, so
exactly.
Thank you for that. And you also mentioned earlier that you were very stressed in your previous career. You almost lost your health. So meaning you were very busy. Now, how do you respond to someone who says they do not have sufficient time or energy to dedicate to building a USANA business?
Okay, so basically, any one of us has the same 24 hours. On average, we sleep 8 hours, we spend some time with the family, we work for 8 hours. So we have to eat. But at least every single person has at least 1 hour free time every day. When I mean free time, it's time to do nothing. I know some people are very busy, but consider how much time do you spend on social media, watching TV, movies, or things like that, spending unproductive time on social media, on the internet. So I know today we can look different countries, but most people spend at least 2 hours a day on internet. So I'm not telling the people stop using internet, stop watching stories, reels, and all these things. No, just tell them, okay, what if you could use 1 hour of this time, just 1 hour a day, to start building your own business for you and your children and build a legacy. And if they don't have time today, especially for the youngsters, I mean, for people under 30 who are not necessarily married, we don't necessarily have kids, I tell them, okay, you don't have time today. I understand that. What will happen when you will be married with kids, eventually have a promotion in your job? Do you think you will have more time? So what about investing some time today in order to earn freedom in terms of time later on in your life?
Yes, that's amazing. That's actually the #1 reason why I gathered the courage to ask you to be our speaker, because when I met you in France, even if I've been with you, Sana, for nearly 12 years now, I was so amazed by your mindset, especially when I learned that you've been with Sana only in 2021. I see the amazing mindset, your attitude towards the business, towards network marketing, and your ability to gain the skill in handling objection that fast. That's why, I said, hopefully François will say yes. So now, what if someone says, okay, maybe I need a plan B, maybe I can dedicate 1 hour to building my own business for myself and my future. But what if that person says, I'm not really interested, or I'm not into sales and recruiting? How would you respond to that?
Okay, amazing question. Thank you. So no one is in sales and recruiting, no one at all. But I would say, okay, what does really matter for you? And whatever answer the person gives you is the right answer. So let's say, well, I would like to spend really like to spend more time with my family, to be able to take care of my kids and so on. So, okay. And you can ask one question to that person. Okay, if you keep doing your job the way you do it today, what are the chances you will have more time in 1, 2, 3, 5, or 6 years from now to spend valuable time with your kids, your family, or whoever you really care for? So when people tell you that they're not interested into sales, if they have a job, I tell them, you are doing sales every day. And usually they say no. And I say, okay, you know the definition of a sale? A sale is just the exchange of knowledge and time against money. So what's a job? You are exchanging your knowledge, your experience, your time for a salary. That's called a sale. So every employee today is making sales every day, but they are not conscious of that. Just tell them, okay, you are actually doing sales. And our job is not about sales, it's about giving opportunities, solution to people, either from a health point of view or from a business or a business point of view.
Yeah, so basically what I got from that is making them realize that they are already doing sales.
Definitely.
Their whole life. Yeah.
Especially if they
How
are
about,
employed.
yes. That's one of the things I remember from our conversation in France. I suppose you will be talking more about that when it comes to having the mindset of having your own business, even if you're happy as an employee.
Right.
How about the perception of people against network marketing? Because there are people who say, oh yeah, your products seem interesting. But once they learn that it's a network marketing company, they suddenly say, oh no, I don't really want to be involved in your company because it's network marketing. So how do you handle someone's negative perception of network marketing?
Okay, so regarding this question, I think it's really important to rephrase the question and to be really sure why they have a negative perception about network marketing. Maybe they had a previous experience they were not happy with. So just ask the person, okay, why do you think it's network marketing is bad? What's the reason for you to tell me network marketing is bad? I don't believe in it. And another thing is that any business is based on a network. I don't know any single business owner, any big corporation who is not based on a network of clients and distributors. So network marketing is just a direct way of doing business. It's not, you don't have to buy, to rent a place, to have offices, to hire staff. You're just working with people and providing them a solution and opportunity. If they don't like it, fine. But if they are working, if they have their own business, they are networking all the day. Even as an employee, you mean there is a hierarchy, you have a boss, you have a general manager, maybe you have staff that you have to take care of. So it's always about the network. I have never heard of any business not being a network. And also in any business, marketing is important, because if you don't, if people, you can have the most amazing product in the world. If nobody knows about it, you're not going to make any business.
Yeah. So start by acknowledging their question and asking them what they don't like specifically about network marketing, and start from there, handle it from there. And you mentioned that all businesses are actually dependent on a network. No business can make money if they don't market to a network. That's amazing.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. And some people are reluctant to be involved in network marketing because of their skepticism about the income potential of the business. So how do you handle that skepticism about the income potential?
Actually, that's one of my favorite objection. Ask them just the following questions. How much do you make in your current job? Don't tell me the exact number, but roughly give me an idea. Let's assume the person is making $4,000 or $5,000 a month. I mean, euro or US dollars. So a pretty high middle income, depending the country. Ask them, okay, what are the chances for the next 5 to 10 years to double, triple, or quadruple your income? Most probably they're going to tell you, well, I will not be able to achieve 3 to 4 or 5 times my income within the next 5, 6 years. And also tell them, some people are skeptical because they say, well, people above me will always earn more in network marketing, blah, 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 blah. And ask them, okay, does your boss earn less than you in your corporate job? And by the way, do you know that with USANA, if you really develop your business, you can actually earn more than the person who sponsored you or the people who are above you? because we have a fair compensation plan. And then you can just use the video in the hub and tell them all the benefits from the compensation plan. And if you are not able to do it alone, just ask your sponsor to have that conversation with the prospect, the client, or the future distributor. And give some example, real example. If you're pretty new, you can take Clarissa. She has been for a long time with Susanna. She doesn't necessarily have a background in finance or whatever, but she's making more than most high executives. So take a real example from a person who has already achieved success personally with his or her team and financially.
Yes, so use examples and also make them realize that with this business model, they can grow their income as fast as they want, 5 times, 10 times their current income.
Yeah,
Okay.
there is no limit.
How about, yeah. What's that? Sorry, Francois.
Yeah, I was just saying there is no limit in the income we can generate in our business.
That's true. We have 17-star diamonds with big bonuses. How about, we already talked about the people who are earning a lot in USANA. What if someone tells you about the high failure rate in network marketing? Yes, there's high income potential, but yes, there's also high failure rate. So no, thank you.
Okay. Ask them why you're not interested into making more money. Maybe they are perfectly happy with their lifestyle and also, so tell them, fine, okay, great. Let me give you some information about the product in order for you to be and stay healthy, and just stay in touch with your person. But if the people are skeptical about the potential income, ask them, okay, are you happy with whatever money you're making today? Most people are going to tell you, well, not really. Would you like to have more income and more passive income? And if they tell you, yeah, okay, so what are you doing actually concretely in order to today increase your income? Maybe they are considering to invest in real estate, in the stock market, whatever. But you have to have skills. If you invest into a property, in the property market, you must know and learn how to handle a property. If you invest in the stock market, you must acquire some knowledge or have confidence in an advisor, financial advisor. Good luck with that. I know what I'm speaking about. And also, to start any business that can produce income, you probably have to study a few years. You take any employee, he or she wants to double his or her income. Okay, he says, I'm gonna make an MBA in order to earn more. Okay, maybe the person will eventually double his salary, but there is no chance that person will make 5, 6, 7, 10 times the income he or she is making today. And the advantage we have with USANA is that we can start without knowing anything. We just have to duplicate what our uplines are already doing on a daily basis. And if we don't know how to do it, we can always ask, okay, can you explain me how you can do that?
Wow. I love the first question you asked. What are you doing to get the income that you want? And usually the person would answer, no, nothing yet. So basically throwing back the question to them so that they can realize that, oh yeah, actually I'm failing at my financial life. So what else could I lose, right? So yeah, thank you for that brilliant answer.
Actually, it's always about the person. It's never about you.
Yeah.
So anytime a person is giving whatever objection, it's always about the person. And remember one thing, if the person has an objection, it means he or she has an interest. Maybe she has questions, maybe she wants more information. If you just say, yeah, fine, okay, fine, okay, but it's harder to get more information. If the person is objecting anything to you, you have the opportunity to ask that person many questions and know
Yeah, that's
much
a
more
great
about the
mindset.
person.
Thank you for saying that, François, because a lot of people would typically feel bad. They would be emotionally affected if someone offers an objection, not realizing that it's a sign of interest. The mere fact that the person is saying something is an objection, is objecting to you, it means that you have an opportunity to educate them, to open their minds.
Definitely.
Brilliant. How about your response to the objection that USANA is a pyramid scheme?
Okay. First of all, you have to be very clear with the person about her perception of a pyramid scheme. So just ask, what is a pyramid scheme for you? And then you can say that a pyramid scheme is something completely illegal. Remind these people that USANA has been in the business for 30 years. It's listed on the New York Stock Exchange. It's present in actually 24 countries, pretty soon in 2025 with India. And in every single country where USANA is having any business, there are a registered company with employees, with staff. They are producing real product and not just proposing some fancy training in order to achieve whatever, blah, blah, blah. And USANA has real customers. So if the people say, yeah, but it's a pyramid scheme, tell me, what is a pyramid scheme for you? Probably they're going to say, well, but you have to recruit people, okay, like in any business. You have to do sales, yeah. It's a business. It's not a charity. You have to blah, blah, blah. And you can always come back to the previous point we mentioned earlier. But it's a business, and a pyramid scheme is something completely illegal. So how come a company that has been in business for 30 years is registered in 24 countries, is selling product with all the accreditations in these 24 countries, and has real customers, is a pyramid scheme? And if the person says, yeah, but it's a pyramid scheme, don't lose your time. Say, thank you. Let's keep in touch. Don't lose your time with someone who is stubborn and, sorry for the word, but stupid. Some people are just not good prospects.
Yes, there's many more people in there. So I love your general approach when handling objections. You focus on the person. As you said earlier, it's always about the person, not about us. And because of that mindset and that approach, you always start by asking them a question. Before you handle the objection, you start by asking them a question. Like in this objection, you started by asking them, okay, what is a pyramid scheme for you? That's brilliant.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
I'm so excited to learn more about the other objections. And what's that, François?
yeah, so for any objection, first thing you have to do is to acknowledge and to agree with the person. So just rephrase it and eventually ask more information about what it means for the person.
Yeah, like in the very first objection about them already happy with what they're doing or their job, the first thing you said was congratulations. Yeah, so not really attacking them, but acknowledging them, which is a great approach. How about people who say, okay, it's not a network marketing, it's not a pyramid scheme, okay, it's legal, but you said that it's already been around for 30 years in 25 countries. It's already saturated. I don't have a chance to succeed in that kind of opportunity. How do you handle that market saturation objection?
Okay, so I had the chance to attend the Asia Pacific Convention virtually. And unfortunately, I forgot his name, but there is a guy who started USANA 1 year ago or a little bit over a year ago, and he's already a 4-star or 3-star diamond director. So give the person that example. It's saturated. Okay, if it's so saturated, how come USANA is making over $1 billion sales every year? How come there are every year new silver, gold, and above directors, new ones emerging, and tell the person, okay, you know, health and wellness business is a double-digit growing business for every single year for the past 50 years. Okay, it's saturated, but today people are much more conscious about the importance of being and staying healthy than they were before the pandemic. So ask the person, okay, it's saturated, but among the people, you know, how many are really having a healthy lifestyle? Most probably they're gonna say less than 50%. So if it's so saturated, how come 50% of the people you know are probably not having a healthy lifestyle? What about giving them any solution, providing them with solutions regarding this specific subject?
Yeah, I also noticed your approach in handling objection is not directly attacking the objection, but allowing them to gain a different perspective that will help them.
Definitely.
So not you about making the sale, of course, that's nice as well, but for them to gain a perspective that's more helpful for their own life, for their own goals. Yeah. Now, this next objection is about people who don't want to, the term is bother, who don't want to bother their family and friends, saying that, oh, I don't really want to mix business with personal relationship. And if I'm in that kind of business, I will be bothering my family and friends, and I don't really want that. How do you handle that objection?
Okay, that's an objection that many people come across, and it's actually not an objection, it's a false excuse. First of all, everyone has to be aware it's a business. We have the ability to start a business.
Si Coach Jarrell naka-attend sa Zoom.
Sorry, keep yourself muted, please. Where is that? Okay,
So
thank you. Sorry,
it's a business. It's an opportunity to start a real business without investment, without having specific knowledge. You can just start by copying and pasting whoever your upline is. Tell the person, okay, what would you do if you would open a restaurant? Would you tell your family, your friends, I'm opening a restaurant, but don't come to my place because I don't want to interfere with my business with you? Would you be telling your friends that you're opening a restaurant and telling them, no, don't come to my place? Of course, you would tell them, come and try my new business and please give me some support and some help. So the difference is that if you open a restaurant, it's tens or hundreds of thousands of whatever currency you are using that you have to invest. It's some money you can lose. If you fail into that, you can lose that money. With USANA, you cannot lose any money because the only thing you are spending for is eventually product for your personal consumption. And if you don't want to consume all your products, you can resell them. But basically, it's a business. Any goal of any business is to make money. If you are into an organization who is dealing and not wanting to make money, that's called charity. It's not called a business. So it's up to the person.
Yeah, and thank you also for tapping into the part where you said you can consume the products for, you know, for you and your family. So it's an option for them. If they don't really want to do the business, then they can still be healthy with USANA.
Yeah, and also regarding the friends and family, we have the chance to all be probably much healthier than we were before we started using the product. So we all know the benefits from the product. They are good. We all have some stories about our personal story that our health has improved. So why wouldn't we share that with friends and family? If they say no, that's fine. And by the way, do you know the definition of no? No means new opportunity.
Wow. Let's write that down. No means new opportunity. Amazing. How about people who were already open with network marketing and even with USANA, but they don't want to get involved because they have past negative experiences involving network marketing?
Okay,
How do you handle that?
That's a very amazing question. The easiest way is to let them tell you their story. Tell me what happened. Why were you disappointed? Was it because of the product? Was it because of the compensation plan, the support you had? What made you become and think that it's not good, it's not for you? If they had a previous experience and it was a bad one, you can have so many information about them, what they like, what they dislike. So just let them speak and tell them, I can understand, because we all had at one point in your life a corporate job. Eventually now we are having a corporate job and doing a side business with USANA. And there are many people who are, after a certain time, they are leaving their corporate job and just going 100% with USANA, because you don't have to work that hard. It's just about sharing. So if a person tells you, no, well, you know, I tried network marketing, it was horrible. Okay, tell me more. What happened? Why was it terrible?
Yeah, and again, that's focusing on the person, which is the primary focus of your approach to handling objections. And many information can come from that question. Tell me what happened. They could be upset with their sponsor, or they could have been approached by someone who's in an actual pyramid scheme, you know.
Indeed.
And we can educate them about how USANA is different and how you are different as their sponsor.
Exactly.
Yeah. And how about people who say, oh my goodness, there's a monthly maintenance. That's too much. It's too expensive. How do you handle someone who objects to the monthly auto order for the business?
Okay. So it can be a real concern for the person. So ask the person, why is it too much for you? Oh, but you know, I don't have the money, blah, 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 blah. There are always solutions. There are some people, they start the business without having their business center active. They're just selling product to people and earning the 10% commission. To start with, that's one solution. But for people, you can ask them, okay, so some people are not made to run a business, but for the ones who are ready to run a business, you always have costs. Imagine if you would open any business, let's say a small food truck. The initial investment is, the bare minimum is $20,000 US to start with. And then every single month, you have recurring expenses. And let's say you're running your food truck 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month, 12 months a year, no holidays. You're working very hard. but every single month you have to pay the bills, everything. Eventually you have an employee, you have to pay the salary of the employee, the social benefits for the employee, all these things. So tell me about any business you can run with such a low expense. And it's not an expense because you can benefit from the product for yourself, or you can resell them. So it's not really an expense.
Yeah, that's brilliant. You just dwarfed the amount of auto order and actually eliminated it because you can, it's not really an expense because you can use it and make you healthier.
Yeah, and also you can ask the person, tell me about a business which can help you be and stay healthier.
Yeah. Just by being involved in the company, yeah? Because you are using amazing products.
Yeah, but not necessarily with this item, but if you're running your own business, is your own business making you healthier and happier?
Oh, yeah, true. Because you could have a business that's not contributing anything to your overall health and wellness. Oh, yeah, I see the perspective. Oh, how about the person who's already somehow convinced by your answers, you've handled their different objections, and then at the end they say, I'll think about it. So how do you respond?
Okay, so people will say, I will think about it, I need to speak with my partner. Eventually they need more time, they need more information, or they really need some space in order to, okay, give me some time and so tell them, okay, fine, do you need any more information? If they say no, okay, tell them, fine, I will let you consider about that, eventually speaking with your partner, and I will come back to you in maximum 48 hours. Tell them, okay, let's meet again in 48 hours. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to ask them. And reassure them, tell them, I don't want you to start this business if you have any open question.
Yeah. So asking them specifically what they want to think about and schedule the next exposure right away. Yeah, that's great.
And give them some time, but not more than 48 hours. And if they tell you, well, I think it's not for me, start over again. Why do you think it's not for you? Oh, because it's about sales, blah, 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 blah. No, it's not about sales. It's about sharing an opportunity. And it's a business. Any business means a turnover.
Yeah, so really always giving back the question to them so that they will express their specific objection.
Definitely.
So what I'm understanding as well is never assume that you understand what the prospect is objecting about. Always ask them what they mean by their objection.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, François, one of the things that really struck me the most in our conversation in France was when you told us about how you handle this prospect who said, oh, I'm already happy with my job. And you mentioned something about $1 million. What if I give you $1 million? Do you remember that? Shella and I were flabbergasted when you shared that. And our mindset was like, boom. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so that's a little story I like to tell. For anyone telling you, yeah, I'm perfectly happy with my life, with my job, blah, 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 blah. Tell them, okay, let me ask you a very direct question. If right now I would give you $1 or $10 million US, would you keep your job? And if the person is saying no, most probably she's not that happy with her job. So that's a good way to get around I am happy with my job. Okay, if you had 10 million on your bank account, would you still keep your job? Few people will say, yeah, definitely, because I love my job. Most of them are going to say, no, hey, are you kidding me? I'm going to leave right away. I'm not going to stay 1 second in that company. Okay, so why would you leave? What would be appealing for you? What would you like to do rather than staying at your job? And eventually they will say, well, I would enjoy more time with my family. I would travel. I would just have more time for me. Okay, so you're telling me you don't have time. You want to spend more time with you don't have time for yourself. You want to spend more time with your family. And it's not about the money, but you want something valuable for you. What if there was a solution that could help you achieve that?
Yeah, that's brilliant. So I'm for the audience, let me just summarize that, because I really love that approach. So if someone says I'm already happy with what I have, I'm contented, etc. So ask them the magic question: what if you already have $10 million in your bank account? What would you do? And most people would say, oh, I would quit my job and do this and that, be with my family, do this, do my hobbies, travel, etc., etc. And ask them, what is that, Francois? What's the next step for that? Because I really love that approach.
Well, if there was a solution that could help you achieve whatever the
Yes, that's
things they
it.
mentioned, more time, more travel, more freedom, whatever,
Yeah,
would you consider having more listening and having more information?
that's it. That's it. Bullseye. Yeah. So what's the solution that would lead you to what you really want? Oh, amazing. Thank you for that. So I've covered my questions when it comes to the business side of USANA. So we're not done yet, because I want to ask you how you handle objections on the products, and give our audience some more tips on handling objections.
Yeah, with pleasure.
The chat, what are your biggest takeaways so far, so that Francois will know what your favorite sentences or quotes are? Can you put in the chat what's your biggest takeaway so far in the first part of our training? Okay, so while you're thinking about what to answer there, I also want to remind you, if you're not aware yet, that Francois is open to answering your questions at the end of this. So now I'm busy asking all the questions, but please feel free to note down your questions so you don't forget to ask him. Wow, we're so honored to have him here with us. I was really impressed when I met him, because he's very confident in handling objections and in sharing his knowledge. He said it's a great honor for him to help other people. So really thank you for this opportunity to gain your knowledge and your skill, especially you've been around in the finance and business sector. You've been consulting €1 million, €100 million companies, right? So I suppose handling objections around USANA and network marketing is so much easier than handling the objections of these €1 million companies. So thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
So there's, yeah. So
Remember,
I'm not sure if you can see there.
If
So
someone says no to you, you're not losing anything, because the person was not a customer, is not a distributor yet. The person is saying no, there is no change for you, except for your ego. The only time there is a change is when the person is saying yes.
Yeah.
You're making
So
more
you're not
money,
really,
you're making some money, you have a new distributor. That's the only time when there is a change. If the person is saying no, she's not a customer, she's not a distributor, it's not changing anything for you.
yeah, that's a great mindset. So we don't have a reason to feel bad if someone says no, because we don't lose anything.
Yes.
It's the illusion that we are diminished, that we are hurt and we are rejected and we're not good enough. If they say no, that's just an illusion.
Indeed, yeah.
So lots of takeaways there, Francois. Always clarify and ask questions, focus on the person, ask questions. It's always about the person. I notice a lot of questioning strategies. I will use the line, if I give you $10 million today, what would you do? Network marketing is in every business. Focus on the needs of the client and be a solution to them. No means new opportunity. Is your business making you happier, healthier? To always ask questions, acknowledge first what it means to the person, and then handle the objection. No money can flow from your business if you're not connected to a network. Absolutely. No means new opportunity. I don't know any business who doesn't have a network. No one at all is into sales. Everyone is doing sales without realizing it. Yeah. We are giving an opportunity, not just sales. No means new opportunity. Oh, that's a blockbuster. On the monthly auto order, it's not even actually an expense, but to make you and your family healthy. Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. I suppose that gave our speaker a little bit of time to breathe and recharge.
I just wanted to tell you guys that you are amazing, and it's really a pleasure for me to be with you. And you're interacting in the chat box right now, and for me it means a lot. Thank you very much to all.
And I bet they're also taking down a lot of notes. I've been looking at the video of some of the attendees, and they're taking down notes while you're talking. So you're contributing a lot of value. And another thing that I really love about you and your approach is that you're a coach as well, a business and executive coach, which means that you really focus on the person. You ask a lot of questions instead of directly attacking the person giving the objection.
Indeed, yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much. Now, let's proceed about some objection to this portion about objections on the products. How do you respond when someone finds USANA products to be expensive compared to similar products available in the market? Because let's admit it, right? If someone goes to, I don't know, Holland and Barrett or in the local grocery store, they will find really cheap products, and they will compare USANA's price to them. How would you handle that?
Okay, so in these questions, for me, there are two very important and capital words. First one is expensive. What does expensive mean for the person? For certain people, spending, remember, I live in France, so I'm going to give an example for you in France. A pack of cigarettes is costing 10 euro in France. So some people don't bother to spend 300 euro a month to smoke cigarettes. When you present them with the Essentials, 56 euro in France, oh, but that's very expensive. Okay, fine. So what is your priority? As a person, what does expensive mean? Because 300 euro is not expensive to smoke, but 50 or 60 euro to take care of your health is expensive. So depending on the answer of the person, you can go ahead. The other word that is really important is product similar to. Okay, vitamin D is vitamin D everywhere in the world. Fine. But is your body able to process that product, to ingest it correctly? What are the real benefits? Are the products really effective? Tell the people about the book, The Nutritional Facts, that's available in any library. And tell them, what would you prefer if you had to face a surgery? Would you rather like to have a surgeon who had barely the average at the final exam, or who had a surgeon who passed the exam with the honors and was the master of the graduation? What do you prefer? Something barely average or even below the average, or really the best? For some people, eating every day at McDonald's is fine. Okay, what are the results after 5, 10, 15 years? So ask the person to be more, to give you more information. And similar product does not mean same product, and who are also as good products.
Yeah, so you focused on two words there, expensive. What does expensive mean for you, or what's expensive for you? And the word similar, and focus on educating them that USANA is not the same. We cannot compare USANA to the other products that are not of the same quality.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, and this objection, I hear this quite a lot. How do you respond when people say that, oh, I prefer eating fruits, vegetables, whole foods as my primary source of nutrition? Oh, I don't really see the need for supplements. Or they say, oh, I don't need nutritional supplements because I'm a very healthy eater. I have excellent diet. How do you handle that?
Okay, so first, congratulate them. I'm really happy that you are in good health and that you feel well. Can you tell me, how do you know that you give your body exactly what it needs every day? How do you know that? And do you know that any fruits or vegetables that you are eating today, wherever you are in the world, contains much less nutrients than 50 years ago? And they can also tell you, well, my grandparents never took any supplements. They are very healthy and they never had any health issue. Fine. What was the lifestyle? They were working, they were very active, they were having a better diet than today. The fruits and veggies they were eating had way more nutrients. So they are comparing two things that cannot be compared. They are telling you, yeah, my grandparents have always been very healthy. I am healthy. Okay. But are you feeling a little bit tired? Are you feeling stressed? Do you have any muscle pains? Do you have any joint pains? Whatever. Most probably the people are going to tell you, yeah, well, you're right. When I work, I feel really exhausted. I'm little on the nerves and so on and so on. So, and you can just tell them, you know, that most of the facts you're mentioning come because your body doesn't have enough nutrients. So tell them about the benefit of the essentials, everything they provide you and your body. And if they tell them, well, but that's too much, okay, give it a try and come back to me in 1 or 2 months.
That's brilliant. I love your opening question there. How do you know that your body is getting what it really needs? Oh, that's amazing. That's one of my favorites. How about people who say, oh, I don't really have specific health concerns. I don't have nutritional deficiencies. I don't need to take supplements.
Okay. Once again, be really happy for them. What about being proactive rather than reactive? So ask the person, okay, do you want to give your body the best chances to stay and be healthy, or to wait to be sick to do something?
Absolutely perfect. Yeah. Wow. I love that. So maintaining it for a long time.
Yeah, it's about,
rather than
prevention and not reaction.
Yeah. What if they're worried about the safety of taking USANA products, saying, oh, about the side effects, oh, maybe it will interact with my medications, oh, that's too much, will that give me like an overdose? How do you handle that?
Okay, so then you can show them some articles about Ask the Scientists, some studies that have been done about the safety of the product, why there are over 4,000 athletes using USANA products because of the quality of the product. The only time when you have to be very, very careful is when people have already some health issues and they are followed by a doctor or a specialist. If they have a proven health issue, you're not a doctor, you're not a physician, so tell the person, okay, I'm going to give you the list of the ingredients, check out with your physician, and if it's fine with your condition, get back to me. But don't tell the person, well, but that's going to be fine. No. Reassure the person, but if they have a health issue, a health condition, always be sure to be backed by the opinion of the physician. And if the physician is saying no way, don't go against that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that clarification, Francois. What if the person is doubting the effectiveness of USANA products? Oh, is it really as good as it's claiming it is, or is maybe the Nutri-Search is not really accurate? How can I be sure that products are effective?
Okay, you can show them the studies about the book Nutritional Fact. I don't have the exact name right now, but I could give you the cover of the book after in private, and you can share
The
that with the team.
Nutri-Search, is it the comparative guide?
Yes, the comparative guide.
Okay. Yeah.
And also in Europe, but I think you know about that, we have a study about with a company called Nutraveris. They are ranking USANA products compared to other products. You can show them the studies and tell them, okay, these are independent studies from independent labs. Here it is. So what do you prefer?
Oh, amazing.
Something that's
What's the second one, Francois?
Sorry?
I don't know about the second one.
The
second
safety.
study you mentioned.
Okay, so the second one, the Nutraveris.
Oh, can you please type it in the chat? I don't know how to spell it. I haven't heard about that.
But I will send you that study because it's available in Europe.
Okay, that's great. Because I only know about the Nutri-Search comparative guide and consumer lab.
But I will send you that by PDF.
Okay, yeah, thank
after.
you. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, so really that's new to me. Now, before we proceed to the last part of our interview, which is more on tips when handling objections, may I please ask the audience again to type in the chat your biggest takeaway when it comes to handling objections around the products. Yes. Now, the last bit is more on the overall approach to handling objections. How do we handle objections professionally and effectively without being too pushy?
Show some interest to the person you are speaking, exchanging with. Forget about yourself and gather as much information as you can from the person. Anytime, okay, there are plenty of ladies today, so I'm going to give you a comparison that's going to be very speaking to you. So imagine there is a guy coming to you and being quite pushy and really wanting to date you, but in a really pushy way. So you're not going to feel comfortable. On the other side, there is another guy coming to you, asking you questions. Okay, how do you do? What do you like here? Why are you here? Are you on holiday? Oh, what are your hobbies? Do you like to do that? Oh, great, that's amazing. So he's getting interested into you. What is going to be your reaction between the two guys? First one comes to you, doesn't care about you. First thing he's telling you is that, okay, I want to get out with you. And the second one is asking questions to you. He's getting interested into you. He is really caring for you. Which one has more chance to, from your point of view, for you to say, yeah, okay, I agree to go out for one night and eventually start something more serious. When we speak with people,
that's a perfect analogy.
So always care about the person, ask the person questions.
Yeah, amazing. So I thank you for that analogy. So instead of just going straight to the facts and it's going straight to attacking the objections, really get to know the client, understand their needs, by asking them questions. Be interested in them, not be interested. So rather than be interesting, be interested. Thank you for that. So sorry to the audience, because I know I asked you to type in your takeaway there, and I know that a lot of you are using your mobile, so it's a struggle to type while listening to the question. But I hope you did not miss that brilliant answer by François. So let me just read some of their takeaways. To congratulate them when they say they are healthy. Someone learned what to say if somebody says, I don't need it. I love the question about how you make sure you're getting the right nutrients your body needs to stay healthy. And how do you know your body gets the right nutrients from the food you eat? Oh, and you want your body to stay healthy? Yeah. I'll give you the list of ingredients and ask your doctor about it. If they agree, then come back to me. What does expensive mean to you? And if the person says he's healthy or doesn't need supplement, congratulate them. Ask, how do you know that your body is really getting the right nutrients? Do you feel tired, exhausted, etc.? That's because your body doesn't have the, enough nutrients it needs. So be proactive than reactive. Oh, thank you for all your brilliant takeaways. Okay, so I really love the again your answer there. Now, how about this one is something that's common to me. I regularly hear this even from my team. So associates don't have enough time to close the deal and to handle objections, mostly because they have a very long presentation, so they don't have enough time to close and handle objections. So what are your tips around this challenge, François?
Okay, so on that point, I'm not going to be very nice. I'm going to be quite rude. Ask the people, the person, okay, why did you really start USANA? What is your goal with USANA? So if it's to gain more freedom financially, with to have more time with their family, with their loved one, to be able to travel more, if that's their dream, if they're telling you, I don't have time for that, you can really ask them, okay, so you're basically telling me that you don't want to spend any time and invest any time to achieve your dreams. Is that correct? Because if someone is telling you, I don't have time for that, it means that they don't take their USANA business seriously. So it come back to their why, to their dreams. And ask them how much time, energy, studies it would take for them to, for example, do an MBA. An MBA in the United States is 4 years study, $100,000 US to invest.
Yeah.
And if the person is telling you, I don't have time for that, they don't take their.
Let me clarify,
seriously.
sorry for this. Oh, sorry, François. So it's my fault that I wasn't able to explain the question. So this is the context. People want to handle, my associates want to handle the objection. It's just that they run out of time. They don't have time anymore to have the objection because their prospects have to go now. They run out of time because their presentation was very long.
Okay.
So,
Then if you, in this case, just say, okay, I understand, fine, no problem. Let's have a following meeting that this day or that day. You are perfectly fine. But if so, at any point, if someone is telling you regarding the business, I don't have time for that, they are not taking their business seriously. What would they do if they had invested $500,000 on a loan? They would have to pay employees every month. Let's say the first of every month, they have $50,000 US to pay in salaries, in bills and everything. And they know they have to make at least 50,000 every single month to be break even. Would they say, I don't have time to do that? No, sorry, they would, excuse my French, move their butt and their ass to be break even at the end of the month.
yeah, so really do whatever you can to be able to handle objections and close, because actually that's where the money is. when you do the closing.
So
And
anyone
so
who's
how
telling you
did-
I don't have time, it's a false excuse. They are finding a way to tell I'm not interested into that.
Hmm.
If they,
How long?
yeah. Sorry.
How long would you normally have, or how would you recommend the presentation to be so that they have enough time and energy for the closing and objections?
Okay, if you do a business presentation, you don't handle the objection during the presentation. You set up a follow-up meeting to answer the questions. The person is going to have a questions. Okay, that's fine. That's normal. If they start having objections, that's because they have questions. If you cannot handle all the objections at one time, that's fine. If the person is busy, but when you set up the follow-up call, just be precise. Just tell the person, okay, there is going to be a half an hour follow-up call or 45 minutes follow-up call with eventually an upline. If the person is asking questions and you don't have time to answer all the questions, that's very good. Just tell the person, okay, I know you are busy, you don't have more time today, so let's have a follow-up, another follow-up meeting in 48 hours or 72 hours, which is best for you.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you for bringing that up, because it's not a very common practice in our team, or maybe in our culture, to set up a meeting just for answering questions or objections. Thank you. So see, oh, hi, Fabian. Thank you for joining us. And now, there are some prospects who get very, very excited to share all their thoughts and questions. How do you handle it when someone tells you multiple objections simultaneously, like without pauses?
Okay, so at one point, if the person is going all over the place, you have to refocus the person. I'm going to give an example. Let's say the person wants to have more time to travel and spend with her loved ones. Okay, so you want to spend more time with your loved ones to be able to travel more. Is it true? Yes. Okay. So today I'm presenting you an opportunity, a solution that could help you achieve that. What is it that makes you say no about this and this and this and that? If you didn't make any change in your life today, what are the chances that tomorrow, in 3 years, 5 years, not from now, you will achieve your goals?
Yeah. And so, yeah, and bringing back the question to them. So asking them, again, using your approach, I appreciate you have a lot of questions. Which one would you want to address first? Yeah, and then apply the approach that you taught us from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Now, how
just,
yeah, what's that, Francois?
just say I think it was Albert Einstein who said, if someone is doing something constantly and expects a different result, that's called insanity.
Yes. That's also one of the favorite quotes in coaching. How about people who tell you, oh, I'm really thinking about this other opportunity. I'm thinking about using this other brand or joining this other company. So how do you handle it when the prospect has multiple options to choose from?
Okay, so I'm going to give you my personal experience about that, because as I told you, I was with another company, network marketing company, prior to joining USANA. I wanted to find another company, so I made interviews, and we all know there are between 5,000 and 15,000 network marketing companies around the world at any time. So the problem is to choose the right one. So it's all about ethics, the product, and I asked one secret question. I'm going to share it with you. when I made the interviews to start with Usana, because Usana, it wasn't a distributor who came to me. I went to distributors from different network marketing companies, and I asked them a list of specific questions. And the very important question was, okay, how many people in your team have already succeeded financially? My definition of financial success is the following. It's any individual who in his or her professional activity, and I mean a legal activity, has already made $1 million or euro during the last 5 or 10 years. And in Usana, we have plenty of people who have already achieved that in different teams. And I give the answer to the people. So with the team I am, at the time I started with Usana, there were over 70 people who had already achieved a 1 million total return over 5 or 10 years. So if they have different options, ask them, okay, within the team that you're considering to join, how many people have already earned $1 million?
Yeah, I remember that story. When you told us the story and you talked to us about joining Fabian's team, and he's here. So thank you so much for joining us again and to support your team member as well, François. So what I got from your answer is that you asked the person their criteria.
Definitely.
Like in your case, you were choosing your next network marketing company based on the criteria on how many people have already earned at least 1 million euros or $1 million in their last 5 to 10 years. So we will just apply that, whether they're considering options of what brand to use, what network marketing company to join, or what industry to start their business with. Ask them what criteria they're looking for. Anything else you want to add, François?
Yeah, and also be specific about the team, not the whole organization. And also you can ask other points. Financial point is very important, but you can also ask about support, about the team, how the team work, in terms of, are you the message or the messenger? So do you have to know everything by heart, or do you actually get any support from the corporate? In terms of product description, videos, PowerPoint, we have plenty of things. So explain that to the person and ask the person, okay, I understand you have different choice. That's fine. That's great. I'm not here to tell you we are the best. I'm here to tell you that if you join me, it's going to be your decision and not me pushing you.
Yeah. I love what you said about building up the team. Of course, build up the company and what the company offers as support and the tools and resources, but more importantly, build up the support that your team and you can give to the prospect. Brilliant.
And what kind of support you get?
Yeah, what's that, François?
Sorry. Yeah, and what kind of support you get from your team, from the corporate and everything.
Yeah, and you can say, well, if you join me. You get me. You build up yourself.
Yeah, that's
now,
right. People will always join you for yourself, not for any fancy stuff. It's going to be about your personality and your charisma, because you appeal to the people.
Yeah. Basing on what we usually hear, that people really join you first. People join you first before they join the opportunity. We're on the last bits of our interview here, François. I'd like to ask, because a lot of people that I come across, especially new associates, they have so much fear on when to talk to people and handle their objections. So they want to have enough knowledge and preparation. So training. So what I don't want them to do is to overstudy and over prepare and not take any action, right? Because when will they ever actually do it? So what tips can you give to help our audience so that they can be knowledgeable and prepared for objections, but also able to take action?
Okay, so one of my favorite quote, you mentioned it without knowing it. One of my favorite quote is just do it. You can read 10,000 books, you can attend 10,000 meetings, you can have whatever number of trainings. If you don't take any action in real life, it means nothing. You're gonna fail. I've failed many times, I'm failing every single day. As long as you don't fail, you're not gonna succeed. If you think you must be perfect to start something, you're never gonna start anything. Okay, just to give you an idea, today I'm working on a crappy computer that I'm not used to. I could have told myself, okay, it's not possible, it's not my usual tools, it's not the way I'm working usually, blah, 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 find many excuses. No, just do it. You're gonna fail one time at the beginning. Eventually, you're gonna get rejected 5, 6, 7 times. And after practicing, and practicing, one day you're gonna have fun doing it. And you won't be afraid. Just to tell you a little something about myself, I am someone very shy at the beginning. I know it doesn't look like that, but before starting with Usana and with the 122 team, I was very shy. Today, I'm able to get anyone's phone number within 30 seconds on the street, a complete stranger. How did I achieve that? I failed many times, but I was in the action. I was putting myself a challenge. Go to that person, start a conversation, try to get his or her phone number.
No, congratulations, that's a
Action.
brilliant skill. Yeah. This is another thing that I've observed in a lot of associates in my team and outside my team. They don't feel ready. So how do they know they're ready to talk to prospects? Okay, so first thing, you are ready. If you wait to be ready, you're never gonna be ready. You are already ready with whatever skills you have, but get some interest from the person. Don't be, okay, the thing you must not do is that come to someone, hey, listen to me. I have an amazing business opportunity. You're going to love it. Join my team. 1000% rejection. On the other side, you get to the person. Oh, great to see you here. Are you on holiday? No, you work here. Okay, what kind of business are you in? I see. Okay, it must be pretty challenging these days. Are you here with your family? Do you have a family? Blah, blah, blah. What are your hobbies? Just ask questions to the person. Get interested in the person. Forget about yourself. Forget about your business. The moment the person is going to be opening to you, you have won. In order for the person to open to you, ask questions. Show real interest to the person. Yeah, so you are really very consistent with your approach, whether it's building a relationship, prospecting, or handling objections. Focus on the person, ask questions. Yeah. And this next question, I think you've already handled some of it, but maybe you can add a little bit more because it's a very common scenario that I observe. What are the tips that you can give to people who still have a very strong fear of rejection? That's why they're not taking action. Okay, so once again, remember, no means new opportunity. Every single time. No means
a chance for you to improve. You can ask yourself, okay, what did I wrong with my approach? Was I too pushy? Was I... And it doesn't matter if you are shy, if you're very open, you are yourself. Don't change yourself. You are an amazing person, you're unique. Get interested to the people. And for the best tip I would say is just really start something. If you don't feel comfortable to speak with strangers, practice with a friend, practice with a loved one. But our job is to give people an opportunity. If you don't exchange with people, you don't have a business. Not only with Usana, in any business.
Yeah. Yeah, brilliant. Any other tips that you can share with our audience when it comes to handling objections, Francois?
Yes, I'm going to be quoting Sir Richard Branson. When you are given an opportunity, just say yes and then figure it out.
Brilliant. Thank you so
Really,
much.
it looks like quite easy for me, but the only difference between you who maybe don't feel at ease with objection and the way I'm feeling with objection is that right today, objections are not meant for me. Objections are just the point of view of the person at a specific time in his or her journey. Let's say you engage a discussion with someone, you invite the person to a business presentation. The person is telling you, no, not interested. Hundreds of objections. Okay, fine. Let's stay in touch. And you just speak about something else. Even if you meet the person the next day, don't speak about Usana. Ask the person about him or her. Ask her, okay, how is your family doing? How are your kids? How old are they? What do they like to do? What do you like to do as a hobby? Don't speak about the Usana business. Get back to the person after a few weeks. Oh, how are you doing? You told me you had some issue with your job. How is it doing for you? And let the person come to you with the answers. But always ask questions about the other person you are speaking with. Forget yourself. Anytime you say I, you lost. Anytime you say you win.
Wow. Anytime you say I, you lost. Anytime you say you win. Meaning, let's really focus on the person we're talking to. And I really feel that as well, because you are helping us. So that really shows your big heart to serve and to help not just prospects and your team, but also us, your cross lines. And I have been seeing messages here like, oh, I wish my downlines were here to hear Francois' training. Oh, I really love your training. Feels like arrows piercing through me right now. I love your training. It's not just handling objections, but also having the right mindset. Absolutely. And a beautiful message from Fabia as well. Francois has grown so much as a leader. He's got the right attitude. And I've seen that from the beginning when I met him in France. So he said, just like you all, he is a diamond in the making. We can all do it. Thank you, Fabia. So my dear teammates, intensity, please chat in your in our chat box your message of appreciation for Francois. And you, if it's all right with Francois, you can reach out to him on Facebook or LinkedIn and connect with him and learn from him more from his social media posts. So I'd like to oh yes, Francois, anything else you want to add?
I just really wanted to thank you, Clarissa, also Sheila and Cheryl, for the amazing work you did ahead of this meeting. Thank you really much for allowing me to share. One thing I have to tell you is that everything I told you today, I'm not making it up. I've been practicing. A very big thank to my sponsor and my leader and my friend, Fabian Gis and Helen Song. Fabian is a future 10-star diamond director. I know we're gonna make it pretty soon. Helen is already a 9-star diamond director. Everything I told you today, I learned it and I have been putting it into practice.
Thank you, thank you. 10-star diamond and 9-star diamond uplines. Wow.
Yeah, maybe
You're-
we should,
you're
we
in a
should take
very
a
good
photo.
Oh, yes. Let's have a photo with Francois. But before that, we'd like to present a little certificate of appreciation for your generosity. Yeah. So back to you, Sheila, if you may, please. Oh, sorry, not that one.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, where is it? Oh, sorry.
The host they start sharing. Continue right here.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So thank you so much, Francois, for that wonderful insight. You know what? I'm so privileged to be able to meet you in person. And thank you so much, Mentor Clarissa, for bringing me there. So I was able to meet Fabian and Helen as well. So we have a certificate for you for giving us a very, very, so much learning today. So a certificate of appreciation. This certificate is proudly presented to you, François Karacsony, and then for imparting the valuable insights at the Intensity Empire Academy. So your generosity and impact will be cherished. And thank you so much for that. And from our very own mentor, Clarissa Doonan, and myself. So thank you. Thank you so much, Francois. So
And
then
you guys remember, Clarissa and all the leaders you have in your team are amazing. I had the privilege to hear Clarissa during the French convention. She was on stage, very inspiring. So you guys are very, very lucky to be in Clarissa's team.
Oh, thank you, Francois. And I'm happy to be there. No, and one of the reasons is I met you, and now you're our speaker, and you inspired so many of us. Thank you. So let's have a photo. Sheila, please stop the screen share so we can have the whole screen to take a photo with Francois. Mentor She, can you please take care of the photo?
Okay, everyone, can you show your beautiful and handsome faces? Yes. Okay, I'll take the photo. All right, 1, 2, 3, smile. So that is the page 1. We are 45,000 here in Zoom. Francois, thank you so much for that. Okay, page 2. Okay, just smile, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right, well done. Thank you so much.
Yay! Thank you again, Francois, and also Fabian. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Cheryl. To all our guests, thank you for connecting. And to all the IEU participants, please connect to our IEU Zoom ID. Okay, it's on our chat. And let's proceed to our IEU session right after this. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much, Francois. Oh,
Thank
really
you all.
appreciate it.
Francois. Thank you,
We
Mentor
have lots
Cla.
of new
Thank you,
fans
Yes.
today.
Mentor Clark.
Thank you,
Bye.
Mentor Fabian. Thank you.
Talk to you soon,
Yes.
Francois.
Bye.
See you around. Bye.